Great morning. Oh my goodness, today is finally Take Mr. Max to the Groomer's Day. Say I'm going to come back looking spiffy. So today we're going to pull cards on the focus of the day from Wisdom of the Tao, but I'm using the other one, Volume 1. So let's give them a ruffle shuffle and see what we have today. So, is your focus 1, 2, or 3 today? Is it focus 1? Is it focus 2? Or is it focus 3? What is your focus today? Let me grab these and then we'll look them up and see. So make a choice. 1, 2, or 3. If you have chosen 1, then today your focus is on the way. Lao Si. Great picture. You are in the right place at the right time. Stay grounded. Avoid extremes because it could change. Abandon false praise and people will be truthful. Shun formality and people will be sincere. Forsake cleverness and people will be kind to each other. So let's look up and see what it has to say about Lao Si. Okay, this is a little bit different than the other one is, I think. The way, Lao Si. To encounter the card of Lao Si bodes well. But if you understand Lao Si's teachings, then it becomes clear that well is merely a position in the cycle, like the endless spinning hands of a clock. Very temporary position that can quickly move to poor. And the position of poor, coexisting in the same cycle, can also quickly move to well. No one can choose how many cycles may be encountered in a lifetime, and most of us cannot see how long each cycle will last. But we do patiently wait for each rainy season to end, each spring or each heat wave to bid summer farewell. With every cycle in life, good or bad, we can quote the famous biblical saying, "This too shall pass." This card tells you that you are in the right place at the right time. You have reached the desirable position and all is well. Although you cannot change the cause of the wheel, you can impact the results by your constant awareness. Free will is not dominant, but nevertheless influential in deciding our fate. It may be impossible to avoid a cold winter, but we are able to prepare our living quarters so we can stay warm. Our efforts can smooth the biting extremes of high and low, help us avoid the roller coaster effect, and enable us to stay in a balanced state. This is the way. If you believe the way will lead you to eventual peace, the method of arriving no longer matters. Enjoy your good fortune because luck will soon be changing. If you are on top of this cycle, it's time to prepare for the inevitable decline. With humility, moderation, and generosity, you can cushion the fall and experience a lighter drop. The upward swing may be just around the corner. Strategize your next pursuits when in bad times. Planning your achievements during good times would be too late. Don't be disappointed if you're at the bottom of the cycle, because the turning point is at hand. It's an optimal moment to make a necessary change to release the old obsolete behaviors and patterns. Change your lifestyle, visit old friends, prioritize your schedule, finish your once passionate project, and stop procrastinating. Believe in miracles. Don't expend energy in wasted efforts. Wait for the wheel to turn and the right time to act. Lao Tzu can also represent your Earth Father, either deceased or living. This card is a message of guidance, love, or karma from him. Lao Tzu, simply translated as old man, lived during the 6th century BCE and is credited with writing the sentimental Taoist work, the Tao Te Ching. Little is known of his life or his true name, but tradition says he was a native of Chu, a southern state in the Zhou dynasty. In his early years, he served as a keeper of archival records at the court of Zhou. Confucius, 551 BC to 479 BCE, had consulted him in the imperial library on certain ritual matters and praised him lavishly afterward. Eventually, Lao Tzu became tired of the politics of mankind and resigned from his post. He began his quest by traveling west on his water buffalo towards the vast desert. At the westernmost gate, a guard convinced Lao Tzu to write down his wisdom before disappearing forever. So Lao Tzu wrote the Tao Te Ching, gave it to the guard as a gift, and rode into the desert. The Tao Te Ching became the cornerstone of Taoist philosophy. So there you have it, the way. It's always say, do the middle way. Don't do the extremes. It's like Buddha said, if you have an instrument and its strings are not tight enough, it makes no sound. If they're too tight, it can damage the instrument. And again, it's not going to sound correctly. So you need to do the middle way. So thank you for tuning in for that. Next, if you pick number 2, then today is a moon day. You are wandering between a jubilant world of fantasy and reality. All is not as it seems. Enjoy the sensuality and sensitivity that the current energy brings, yet the heightened emotions may not be stable, so avoid making big decisions at this time. Yeah, some people are very affected by moon. They're affected by the water changes in their body, emotions. So moon is Chang air. This is the time when external forces incite things hidden in your subconscious, like a tide pushing suppressed emotions to the surface. Your intuition is at its highest, and it bodes well to embrace it. The great energy of intuition has surfaced. Everyone has intuition. Some deny it, some fail to recognize it, but everyone can excite it. Trust your creativity and use your imagination well. Chang air is also about passion. The fire energy of love blending with the water energy of the moon not only promotes the emotion of happiness and the awareness of sexuality, it also levitates you to a heightened state of goodness. This card can also suggest a confusing time. The moon empowers the unknown, and anything unknown induces fear. Work to differentiate between illusion and reality. Don't make any decisions while your mind is cloudy. Walk the middle ground to avoid drastic decisions that can lead to irreversible mistakes. Anything, either good or bad, can happen. Through your dreams, meditation, and psychic expression, you should reflect internally to work with those hidden emotions. Drive into the mystery inside you and use this unusual time to your advantage. Realize what you really want and enjoy the feeling of nothingness. Encountering the card of Chang'e is also a sign of love and romance as well as artistic expression. It's a great time to create. The background. Chang'e was a beautiful palace made in the mortal world. Life was normal for her until one day 10 suns suddenly emerged to scorch the earth, making it so hot that life was unbearable. The king frantically searched for a solution. A young hero named Hou Yi appeared with the bow and arrow and shot down 9 suns. For his reward, he asked Chang'e's hand in marriage. The king agreed, and the new couple lived happily together for some years. Then one day during a full moon, a mysterious old man gave Hou Yi an elixir that would make him immortal. He was unsure whether he could leave his wife behind, so he left the elixir under the pillow, instructing Chang'e not to touch the liquid of immortality. It was not something to be taken lightly, yet Chang'e loved her life with Hou Yi so much she wanted to live forever. For the same reason that Hou Yi did not take the elixir, Chang'e swallowed it without thinking. She instantly began to levitate. She tried to hold on to something, but only managed to grab her pet rabbit. She rose to the moon and has been there ever since. She is considered to be the guardian of the moon and its powers. Today, during Autumn Moon Festival, people use lanterns to light up the earth so that Chang'e can see them, and they eat mooncakes in honor of her. So now, if you have chosen focus number 3, then it is walk away. Dao Yan Ming. Dao Yang Ming. Walk away. Let go of burdens and worries. Surrender your ego and walk away. Feel the freedom and enlightenment as you rise above those petty matters. Follow your inner quest and luxuriate in well-deserved peace of mind. It's not so easy just to walk away, but one can get to realization. And yes, the mind stills at that point in time, and everything that you've had going on before, all of the things that were driving you, are ended immediately. So let's go on and we'll look at walk away. Dao Yan Ming. You have been tired lately. Unnecessary burdens will lead to fatigue. Empathy and passion, if in excess, will lead to worry. The Dao Yan Ming card advises you to detach yourself from mundane impediments and follow the flow of the universe. It's a good time to let go, withdraw from aggravating situations, and rise above the pettiness of the world, enjoying enlightenment and freedom as you do. Despite believing that each day's sacrifice is for a higher purpose, at some point you need to stop and reconnect with the earth. A rapid daily tempo, regardless of fortune and success, is stressful. Your sensitivity is better nurtured and developed in a purer environment. That sensitivity exposes you to being easily hurt, so find exactly what makes your soul happy and walk away to purify your mind and body. It may look to others like you're giving in, but you are cultivating answers and starting to understand things happen the way they did. In so doing, you join the Taoist way to achieve harmony and peace. From that point on, you will know what to do and move forward confidently. Doesn't matter then what's going to happen. Everything is the same rhythm as the pace of the universe. You're bound to succeed. Any setback is only temporary. Your spiritual life has put you on a different path of learning, one achieved through a quest. Detaching yourself will prove an opportunity to reflect, and you can view from a different perspective all that has happened in life. A little solitude will allow you time to contemplate past experiences and hence understand more what your higher purpose is. These can apply to any situation. For example, you may benefit from backing out of a contract or a toxic marriage or a physical move to a new residence or place of employment. This card also encourages you to write. Your amazing experiences should be captured in any written form and may one day, much like Tao Yuan Ming's writings, become a gift to the world. Background. Tao Yuan Ming was a famous hermit and recluse. He was a scholar and a poet born in the 6th Dynasty's period in China. His family was poor but well educated. His mother died when he was very young. He began his career as a government official, both civil and military, serving over 10 years. After becoming distinguished with the corruption and infighting of the court, he left to become a recluse. He married, had children, and pursued a quiet life as a farmer. Tao Yuan Ming's poems often followed a theme that urged his readers to assume a life of hermitage, moving to the country and cultivating life with nature. His poetry projected humanity and personal vulnerability while avoiding the patronizing style of his contemporaries or exaggerating the virtues of reclusion. He was a realist about daily life and its hardships, but also apologetic and romantic in his struggles to become worthy of the sages of the past. He became famous for his back-to-basics lifestyle, while his works achieved lasting fame among poets and scholars for centuries to come. By the Tang Dynasty, Tao Yuan Ming was elevated to greatness and regarded as a poet's poet. So there you have it today from the Wisdom of the Tao, and this is from Volume 1. So let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in. Much love and light.